Going to look at the Page mock draft, right? Top 10 picks. And at this point, we kind of already know what the top four are. I think if anybody doesn't have these top four picks as the top four, you're just trying to be different at this point. We know Cam Ward's going 1 to Tennessee. He's minus 10,000 to go to the Titans, so we know he's going there. Travis Hunter, we know he's going 2 to Cleveland. He's minus 2,000. Abdul Carter would probably be the one that maybe doesn't happen of the top four. But again, I think he's going to the Giants at this point. As Ryan mentioned, like if the Giants get Abdul Carter, they arguably have the best defensive line in the NFL, maybe with Lawrence and Burns and Thibodeau. So I think they get Carter minus 800. And then Will Campbell, it looks like now, even though that has moved a little bit from minus 1,000 to minus 700, I think a lot of that is because of Genty moving up on boards. So Campbell's sliding a little bit, but ultimately, I think Tennessee does go with Will Campbell at minus 700. With Vrabel there now, we know he wants to build a physical football team, help protect Drake May. So I would expect Will Campbell to go number 4 at minus 700. Then after that, we have Mason Graham. I have Mason Graham going number 5 to Jacksonville at plus 240. Genty obviously is now his minus money. Feels like everybody thinks Genty is going to Jacksonville. I think from a betting perspective, though, like Ryan was kind of saying, you've missed it at this point. Genty has been plus money so long to go to the Jags. And even though it is minus 135, you really feel like that's going to happen, you want to lay some juice, then go for it. I'm not going to be that person. Instead, I'm going to be betting on the guy who's now plus 240 that for all this time we thought was going to be number 5 overall. For Jacksonville, like, why get Genty? I get he's going to be awesome. I think Genty's going to be great in the NFL, but you already have ETN there. You got a great wide receiver in Brian Thomas. Your defense was abysmal. You have a chance to get a really, really good defensive tackle in Mason Graham. So at plus 240, I'm willing to buy or fade all this smoke coming in, all this hype on Genty. I'll buy in on the guy who's been slotted there at number 5, Mason Graham, at plus 240. Then I think Genty goes number 6 overall to the Raiders at plus 185. Pete Carroll's the head coach. Chip Kelly's the OC. Think Marshawn Lynch. Think LaShawn McCoy. These guys are at their best when they have talented running backs. You got Geno Smith in the offseason. You got a great young tight end in Brock Bowers. Get that running back to go along with it. I think Graham goes 5. Genty goes 6, plus 185 to the Raiders. Then I think the Jets go and get an offensive tackle. A lot of talk about the Jets maybe getting a tight end, going defense. Do they trade back? Do they go quarterback? I think the Jets stay where they are, and they get the center Membao, or they get the offensive lineman Membao out of Missouri at plus 210. The Panthers, I've been on this for a while. I'm sticking with it. We actually have a little bit of value now. It's down to 18 to 1. I think the Panthers are going tight end with Tyler Warren out of Penn State. Continue to build around Bryce Young and give him weapons. Last offseason, the Panthers spent the most money of any team on the offensive line, and it certainly helped them this past year. You got Chuba Hubbard to go along with Rico Dowdle in the offseason, who Carolina got from Dallas. They obviously need weapons on the outside at receiver, but I wouldn't reach and get any of these guys at 8. I think they go tight end. Certainly could address the defense, which was the worst in the NFL last year, but I think they get Tyler Warren, continue to give Bryce Young a weapon. I think he goes there at 18 to 1. Then I think Kelvin Banks goes to the Saints at plus 750. Saints could go a number of different ways, right? They certainly could get a quarterback. They could trade back. They could go defense, but I think they go offensive line regardless who the quarterback is going to be. Saints do not have a good O-line. I think they get Banks out of Texas. And then finally, I think Chicago at number 10 gets Colston Loveland at plus 450. This could go in a number of different directions, right? I think the Bears, though, on their draft board, the way that they're looking at it, it's pretty much going to be Genty, especially if he's there at 10, or it's going to be a tight end. It's going to be Warren if he's there, or it's going to be Colston Loveland. I think at plus 650, Loveland is a guy that, again, will help out Caleb Williams. He helps you in the run game. He's a great blocker. So I think Colston Loveland goes top 10. So that's my top 10 in the NFL draft. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Will Campbell, Mason Graham, Ashton Genty, Membao, Tyler Warren, Kelvin Banks, and Colston Loveland.